All right, let's get this thing going. All right, John, you ready? All right, going dart. We'll be live in just a few seconds.
WCZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome to the Havoc Hour, presented by Stockton Mortgage, your power play in mortgage lending.
NMLS 8259.
Call Jen DeTulio at 402-350-0392 for all your mortgage needs. Now, let's head to Zambrewskies upstairs at the Ice Sports Complex.
That is right. We are live from Zambrewskies inside the Iceplex. Joe Hunk here with you this Tuesday evening, as is John Abraham, as we are glad that you are joining us on WCZN TV, as you can watch not only the Havoc Hour, but also Talking Ball, the Blitz with John and myself, as well as the drive that's going on as well now. What's up, little man? You don't have any questions for the guys? We actually already have questions that are coming in right now, as a matter of fact, because little man that just came and gave me nucks up here at the table inside Zambrewski's, his dad's already gotten a question for the guys that we're going to be asking here in just a little bit. The way that this works every single week is simple. You are watching on WZZN TV. It doesn't matter if you're inside the fan cave or if you're watching on X or on YouTube. You can simply put the question into our chat. We've got the chat going right now. John is watching over there, and you can ask whatever you want to with the guys, because not only do we have Sam Ruffin here, we also have Robbie Fisher, and even Coach Stockton is joining us tonight as well. So you got plenty of questions that you can ask Coach, as everybody's kind of happy right now after scoring 12 goals on Quad City over the course of the last two games, which is what happened over the weekend at the VBC. Now, this is not going to be, we'll just say there's probably going to be a week or so before you get to see the guys back at the VBC, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to watch the Havoc, because before the team makes their way back to the VBC for a game, you're going to have multiple opportunities to watch the team play on WAFF 48.3. In fact, that first opportunity is going to be coming up on the 6th, which is just 2 nights from now, where the team is going to be heading up to Roanoke to take on the Rail Yard Dogs. And then right after that, we all get to spend Valentine's Day with the Havoc, because they're going to go back to a place where may or may not have had 6, 7, 15 guys get penalized. And that is the fact that the team is going to be heading back up to Knoxville to take on the Ice Bears coming up on February 14th. And then you get to see them back at the VBC. But the team is going to be on a 3-game road trip this weekend. It is going to be on the 6th, 7th, and 8th. They're going to start in Roanoke. Then they're going to be heading to Fayetteville. But we get to have some fun with the guys tonight, because we got a lot of questions that are already starting to come in. I can see them hopping in on the chat right now. You can also get it in by simply walking over to John Abraham, that's sitting right here beside all of our computers, and you can get the question to him, and he will hop in. We also are going to have an opportunity for a pair of tickets to go see the Huntsville Havoc game, because I don't know if you know this or not, they've sold out the last 722 games. It's been 35 years since the Havoc have not sold out a hockey game. May have exaggerated that a little bit, but let's just say it's been a while. So if you want some tickets to the game, we're going to have an opportunity for you to grab those here inside the Iceplex simply by coming to the Havoc Hour. I've got one pair that we're going to be giving away before we wrap up the show tonight. But let's go ahead and get this thing started, because when we come back, Coach Steffen's going to be sitting down with us. Again, he's got to be a happy man. 12 goals in the last 2 games, 12-2. Let's not talk about the whole standing on the seat and yelling at the other coach. Okay, no, we will talk about that at some point in time. We'll have a little bit of fun with him about that. But let's go ahead and get this thing going. So go ahead and get those questions in for Coach Steffen, as well as everybody else, as we get going tonight for the Havoc Hour, live from Zambrewski's, courtesy of Stockton Mortgage and Jen DeTulio. Make sure that you give her a call at 402-350-0392. We'll continue with the Havoc Hour next.
97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Hi, folks. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, inviting you to come test drive any one of our over 100 F-150s. From rock-solid, dependable work trucks to our state-of-the-art Platinum Series, we've got an F-150 for you. Test drive one today, and you'll understand why the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America, going on 48 years in a row. Just as successful offenses and defenses are built on teamwork, Woody Anderson Ford is powered by our people. Our sales and service teams are well-trained to save you time and money. And because we want your business again and again, no one will work harder to earn it. Our mobile service teams come to your home or business for oil changes, brake work, tire rotations, and more. And the great thing is you don't pay extra for it. We come to you with mobile service at no extra charge. Proud to be local, family-owned, and at your service for over 62 years. Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore.
Are you trying to find a new house? Are you trying to find the right loan, the right people to do your loan? Look no further than the Bank of Frank Ewing in Hazel Green. John Kendall, the Vice President of Mortgage with me. John, when they need a loan, and I say they, when people need a loan, it's about them.
That's right, Scott. Our whole motto is it's all about you. We're going to be okay. You're the one making the investment. We want to make sure that you're taken care of.
How do they find you?
Give us a call at 256-507-9180, or they can catch us online at bankoffrankewing.com.
It's Bank of Frank Ewing in Hazel Green, where they take the home loan to you and they make it all about you. Bank of Frank Ewing in Hazel Green is an FDI insured bank as well as an equal housing lender.
NMLS number 446707.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
In football and in finance, the best offense is a good defense. Neighbors Wealth Management has joined forces with Alliance Group to provide Alabamans with world-class financial service on both sides of the ball. Get the expertise to grow your wealth and protect your assets all under one roof. Give us a call and let's work together to turn your personal financial franchise into a perennial powerhouse. 256-469-2324 or visit us at neighborswealthmanagement.com. That number again is 256-469-2324 or neighborswealthmanagement.com.
By now, you know about Eagle Masonry and Insulation, and maybe you know that Eagle also does landscaping and dirt work. But how about after paint work? Shower doors, shelving, and mirrors, all taken care of by Eagle, the same Eagle that takes care of all your masonry, insulation, and landscaping needs. Eagle brings the same level of expertise to all these disciplines, and they're ready to provide you with a free quote. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
Follow us on Facebook at 97.7 ESPN.
Okay, guys, show us what you got.
On Twitter at 97.7 ESPN. Online at 97.7ESPN.com. We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Broadcasting live from Zambrewskies tonight for the Havoc Hour. Joe Hunt, John Abraham with you on this Tuesday night where you can watch on WZZN TV. And speaking of TV, you want to make sure that you're paying, that you go and you figure out where 48.3 is, because that's going to be your way of watching the Havoc coming up in 2 nights in Roanoke, as well as on Valentine's Day when the team heads up to Knoxville to take on the Ice Bears. But if you're watching on WZZN TV, which is really the only way you can watch the Havoc Hour, you will notice that the man sitting beside me right now is the head coach of the Huntsville Havoc, where you got to be a little happy after, 12 goals in 2 nights. Is it bad?
No, definitely can't complain about that. It was a really good weekend. Outscoring a team 12-2 on home ice. Yeah, there's it was a pretty satisfying weekend.
No, and you had the 12-2. Obviously, it got a little bit chippy in the first. Before we have fun, I do want to ask, because look, and I've talked to multiple people, and I know that even Steve Moulton talked to you about this, is the moment in the game where the coaches for Quad City started going after some of the players. And I know you're laughing about it, but the same thing. I saw that in a lot of other people's, like, man, I loved him doing that. Like, I love seeing him take up for his players and what was going on. But so, like, from your angle in this, what did you see before it got to the point where you said thanks?
Yeah, the game was just getting a little chippy there. I know, Palmer was getting into it, a few guys. I think he kind of took a slash on the hand, and actually I think he was behind our bench getting checked out by our trainer. And I think it was actually Ty came down the bench. He's like, man, the coach just keeps yelling at Palms like behind the bench or whatever. And then whatever, so that happened. And then I think the next shift again, he's like yelling at one of our players. So finally, the one whistle there, I was just like kind of had enough of it. And I just went over and, got up on the boards there a little bit and was just yelling at him, just essentially just telling him, let the players handle all the stuff on the ice. Like, he doesn't need to be involved in chirping there. He's a hockey coach your hockey team. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be yelling at my players. So I just thought it was very unprofessional. And I was just letting him know, just don't talk to my players.
Well, no, and again, a lot of the fans that saw it, a lot of the people that are kind of around the VBC was like, I've never seen Coach act like that. But at the same time, like, I love the fact that he was doing that, because if you're the players, you're like, man, my coach is going to go to bat for me. I mean, I don't know what the equivalent is in hockey to say that, but he's going to take up for me if I'm ever in this situation. And like you said, I never really see a coach and a player, or coach going after a player like that. That doesn't happen too often.
No, you look at any like NHL, MLB, NFL, like, I feel like you never see coaches yelling at players on the other team. You know what I mean? So again, we're trying to be a professional sports league here. And, I just didn't think it was very appropriate by him. So yeah, I was just yelling at him. And, I had a bunch of people like, oh man, I think you got your team fired up by doing that. And I was like, well, that really wasn't the intention. I was just, obviously, sticking up for my players a little bit, just making sure, just telling their coach not to do that. But hey, if I got the guys fired up and we got the win, I'll take it too. So.
I mean, I'm not doing the math in my head because I can't exactly remember what the score was when it happened.
Yeah,
but I'm going to go ahead and say that they scored like 10 goals after that the next like 24 hours. So I would say it helped.
Yeah, I guess.
But the other side of this is we get into a blowout game. And as many times as I've kind of done a Havoc game throughout this year, a lot of these games, especially at home, have been close. We don't have these 7-1, 8-0 type ball games, or I say hockey games like we did on Saturday. What happens in those games, in those blowouts and things along those lines? Because again, it's not like you can go 4 corners and kind of kill the puck. How does it go from you guys and keeping everybody focused?
Yeah, we said it in the second intermission there. We just one of the terms we use is like pound the rock, stay with the process kind of thing. So that was the message in the second period there, or in second intermission there, was just to, again, make sure we're playing the exact same way. They might try to cheat a little bit for offense, try to generate some offense, but if we do what we do and play the exact same way, I said, like, we'll still score some goals. You'll get your points, and we'll kind of run the score up by playing the right way. And it's exactly what happened. I think the third period we gave up 5 shots and 2 scoring chances against. And then we also generated 9-10 scoring chances ourselves. Scored 2 goals, won the period 2-0. So it was a great job by the guys just sticking to the game plan and playing the exact same way for 60 minutes.
Okay, so now that is totally it when it comes to the serious questions. Like, we're totally done with Coach Stefan in that part, mainly because we already have questions that are coming in on the WZZN TV chat. You can continue to get those in. And I already have a special question for Coach that I was told on Saturday night to ask you about as well. I know, I already see that face like that. Trust me, I'm excited about that one. That's going to be the last one on this. But let's go ahead and start with the questions that are coming in on WZZN TV. Because we've already talked to a lot of the players about pregame meals and all that sort of thing. Like, we kind of joke with Connor Fries about the fact that he eats everything all the time, that eats the same thing every single game. But Zach wants to know about you, and when you played, did you have a pregame meal? What was that?
A little bit. It depended if we were on the road or at home. At home, again, we'd have our pregame skate. I'd probably have oatmeal in the morning, go to the rink, come home. I don't know. I kind of mix it up. Some days would be pasta and, maybe ground turkey. Other days, other days I'd make an omelet and toast, and then, maybe a pregame nap or just relax for a little bit. And then I get up and have like some Greek yogurt, maybe some granola or something like that, and a banana. Just, I try to get as much food and water in me on game days, but I was never, I wasn't like Connor Fries, just eating beef and rice every single day for 3 meals a day. Definitely, I mixed it up a lot. So
well, and then he asked, Zach also wants to know, is after the after game meal, because again, we saw you after the game on Saturday, and obviously you kind of have like a team meal, but when you were playing, obviously it's a little bit different because you just used a lot of energy on the ice. What about after a game?
Yeah, after a game, like I said, on the road, the away team feeds you, so it's kind of whatever's there, you eat that. But when I was at home, honestly, our booster club, we never had that meal when I played. So
for real?
Yeah, that wasn't sitting there. So the guys are
You guys got it made.
Yeah, guys are a lot luckier now. So we were always on our own. So again, you go home and either make something quick, leftovers, sometimes go out to eat, just whatever it was. It was definitely kind of a mixed bag there too, for sure.
All right, so next question comes like somebody like Sam in here that comes in, into the season. You've got obviously with a lot of players moving up, and then obviously going to have some call-ups coming up here in the next couple of months or in the next month. For the head coach's side, we talk to the guys about the player side of this and making sure they have housing, making sure that, they know the schedule and everything. But for the head coach and what you go through with the new guys, what is kind of the process that you go through to make sure that, they have everything they need going into a game?
As far as the new guys?
As far as the new guys are concerned, yeah.
Obviously, like a guy like Sam comes in, or Cam Cervoni just got here too. But as soon as they get into town, again, it's just trying to get them up to speed on everything right away. Got a little checklist there. Our equipment manager, make sure they have all their equipment. Boom, as soon as they show up, it's all right there, ready for them. Sticks, helmets, gloves, pants, all that kind of stuff. And then our trainer, they got to go through a physical and make sure they're healthy enough to play. And then as coaches there, we just try to get them up to speed on our systems and stuff like that, as quick as possible. If a guy comes in, you got a full week with them, it's a lot easier. You can just kind of touch on a few things each day and, integrate them into practice a little bit. At the same time, if a guy comes in day before a game, it's like try to give him as much information as possible without trying to overwhelm them too. So at the same time, it's just like, they're hockey players that have been doing this their whole life. Sometimes you just got to go out and play hockey there too, so and as far as the housing, like everything's already set up there. So again, it's usually a pretty easy transition. And then, guys like Robbie and, like our leaders there, they're really good at just integrating guys into, into our culture here right away too.
All right. Before we get into the last really fun question, how does it feel to finally get Dom back after a 3-game suspension?
I don't know. Yeah, we won a couple games without him. So I told him,
Dom, we're good.
You win, 12-2 on a weekend there. I told him it might be hard to get back in the lineup. So
he's going to see his minutes decrease.
Yeah, I mean, guys played well without him too. So it's tough to get back in.
All right. So before we let you go, I told you I had a question that was given to me on Saturday night. I made sure to write it down so that I saved this on here. And we got a lot of guys. We have everybody in the bar area right now. Zambrewskies is watching. Can you guys all hear as we're talking right now? You can't hear? Robbie says he can't hear. Okay, well, we're going to see if he can hear this. So
Robbie doesn't want to come on, so he's trying to get me to stay on even longer. Yeah, I think we wrap this up right away here.
Guys, either this is about to be extremely funny or I may get hurt. So one of the two is about to happen here, okay? Because I just wanted to tell me the first thing that comes to mind whenever you hear this song right here.
Well, I mean, am I supposed to know it from something else?
Yes. There's a reason behind this, but I want to see if it automatically clicks in. All right, you guys know the song that I'm playing right now? Robbie, you've never heard this song before?
That's from the movie.
It's from Magic. It's from Magic Mike.
Yeah.
Now the reason I bring this up is after the game the other night, I just happened to run into your wife before she went in and met you after the game. She told me to ask you about some dance that you guys did during COVID on a show that you. There it is.
Did we? I don't remember if we did that. Yeah.
She showed it to me, and that's the reason why I was asking. Is you had a podcast during COVID?
It wasn't necessarily a podcast. It was we were selling merchandise or kind of apparel. Yeah, it was Common sold there. Me and Nolan Kaiser had a show there, and I mean, it was during COVID. We were doing anything to help keep the team alive. Part of it keep my own job here. So I was willing to do anything. We did a lot of things that summer, and one of the things it went from one day, our team president now is just like, hey, we want you and Nolan just go online and start selling some merchandise. We're holding up shirts. We didn't know really what we're doing, and did pretty well. And the next thing evolved, and we did all kinds of different themes, I guess. I actually don't remember doing that one. I remember we did a few other ones. There's we did the hot ones, eating hot wings. We did the Arnold Schwarzenegger SNL one. I'm gonna pump you up. We did a whole bunch of stuff like that. I actually don't remember that one.
Well, no, and the only reason I bring it up is because right now, if you go to the Huntsville Havoc Facebook page, all of those shows are still on there.
Yeah,
they may not be tomorrow.
Those can come down.
But no, and then the other part about it is that I didn't realize that you guys doing that show is actually what gave the team the idea to start the Havoc Hour. Because that was the basis behind it. They're like, man, we did this during COVID and it was really fun. We want to do it with, not just with Coach, but with everybody that's involved in this.
Okay.
So just saying, if you go to the Huntsville Havoc page, you go back in around COVID, there may or may not be some videos there. But no, your wife told me about this when we were talking right before you came out after talking to the team. After getting 8-1, I knew you couldn't be upset about it. I figured
it's. I may have to have a little conversation with her tonight then. So
I so hope she's watching right now because I was like, I'm going to ask him about this the very second that I see him. Yeah. Okay, well, Coach, no, look, I appreciate it. Congratulations on the 2 wins. I know that you guys are about to hit the road. It's about to be 3 games in 3 days, all of that. And beforehand, I did that with you. Is there anything that I need to ask these two, Sam Ruffin and Robbie Fisher, before we get them on here in just a minute? Is there anything you can think of?
Not really.
Okay, and just double checking.
Maybe just ask Robbie Fisher if he wants to play defense maybe for the rest of the season. Yeah. I know he really likes defense. He's been playing forward lately, but he's a defenseman at heart, I think. So, he might be making that transition here soon. So.
Oh, that's going to be fun. All right, well, we're going to ask Robbie about that. It's going to be our first question when we come back. Havoc Hour, WZZN TV, as we broadcast live from Zambrewskies. The whole bar is packed with Havoc fans. You can come down here as well. You can get your questions in either on the WZZN TV chat. You can come up here to John. He can shoot them to us as well as we continue live from Zambrewskies when we come back on 97.7 ESPN The Zone and WZZN TV.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Eagle Masonry and Insulation. It's right there in the name. Eagle is your one-stop shop for block, stone, or brickwork, monument signs, and outdoor kitchens and fireplaces. Eagle also offers the finest craftsmanship and insulation, including fiberglass or spray foam insulation, and of course, insulation removal. Philip Love and his team have years of experience, bringing the region the best in masonry and insulation services. For more information and a quote, visit insulatewitheagle.com or call 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
Hi, folks. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, inviting you to come test drive any one of our over 100 F-150s. From rock-solid, dependable work trucks to our state-of-the-art Platinum Series, we've got an F-150 for you. Test drive one today, and you'll understand why the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America, going on 48 years in a row. Just as successful offenses and defenses are built on teamwork, Woody Anderson Ford is powered by our people. Our sales and service teams are well-trained to save you time and money. And because we want your business again and again, no one will work harder to earn it. Our mobile service teams come to your home or business for oil changes, brake work, tire rotations, and more. And the great thing is you don't pay extra for it. We come to you with mobile service at no extra charge. Proud to be local, family-owned, and at your service for over 62 years. Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore.
Hey there, Bob Baumhauer again. Baumhauer's Victory Grill is extremely proud to have recently received numerous awards, including being voted best wings in the state of Alabama. Other awards received include Best All-Around Restaurant, Best American Restaurant, #1 Sports Bar, Best Chef, Best Wings, and Best Dining Experience. Thank you for 43 legendary years, and we look forward to providing you an award-winning dining experience at every visit. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
In football and in finance, the best offense is a good defense. Neighbors Wealth Management has joined forces with Alliance Group to provide Alabamans with world-class financial service on both sides of the ball. Get the expertise to grow your wealth and protect your assets all under one roof. Give us a call and let's work together to turn your personal financial franchise into a perennial powerhouse. 256-469-2324 or visit us at neighborswealthmanagement.com. That number again is 256-469-2324 or neighborswealthmanagement.com.
Listen to the Havoc Hour on Tuesdays live from Zambrewskies upstairs at the Ice Sports Complex, the Huntsville Havoc's home away from home. And Havoc fans, you can earn reward points for attending. Presented by Stockton Mortgage.
In MLS 8259.
On 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
All right, we continue with the Havoc Hour on 97.7 ESPN The Zone, as well as WZZN TV, as we are getting the cameras all set up and good to go for the two players that are sitting here directly beside me right now, that being center Sam Ruffin, as well as left wing. By the way, and I go ahead and just totally jump the ship on this with Robbie Fisher. How did you play defense at one point in time? Because everything I see was like, the Havoc have re-signed. They said like defenseman, and then now everywhere I look, it's L-Dub. How'd that go?
Yeah, that was one of those ones where I think we were short D at training camp my first year, and it was one of those things where just help us out here for a week or two, and it turned into a year and a half. So it's kind of a running joke at this point.
So it's like the equivalent of when you're in high school and you have this like, hey guys, does anybody want to try out as kicker? And the next thing you know, one guy can actually make a field goal, and they're like, hold up, do that again. Next thing you know, you're on the line.
Yeah, one of those things don't lie on your resume. So learned that pretty quick.
Well, no, and I started with you, but this man over here, and he knows exactly where I'm going. First off, your shape, what's the fresh look, man?
I know. It just gets a little long sometimes, and I feel like I just got to clean it up. So
I looked over and I saw the fresh shave, and I went, look, man, I've been, I go back and I research everything because, again, I want to ask you questions about some things. And I started looking and I found your college profile, not like your Facebook profile, but like your college like team profile. This is the look, like right here. This is the look of you at Adrian. So do you just shave it periodically or what? Because like I was expecting the beard. Like was the puke still in the beard? Like is that why you got done with it? What happened?
Yeah, it's just I don't know, just kind of whatever I'm feeling. I thought I'd switch it up for this weekend and see how it goes.
All right, so and I say this with this first off because I know that and it could have been some of these guys that are here now at Zambrewskies, but everybody was kind of wondering about kind of what happened to you in on Friday because. We have the Huntsville Havoc fan cave, and do you guys know what that is? Like, have you seen that or anything? Okay, so the Huntsville Havoc fan cave is a Facebook group of just diehard Huntsville Havoc fans. So we have the group pulled up over here right now. There's actually how some of the questions are going to be coming in throughout the night, and a lot of these people that are here tonight are part of it. So whenever you guys are on the road, they're watching the game, and literally we've got like live commentary between everybody that's going on. But during the game Friday night, the first thing that was up at the very top of this is, okay, does anybody got any updates on Ruffin? Because what all anybody saw before I got on the air and started talking about stuff off the ice, was just you on all fours right in front of the crease in the whole game, just continuing to skate around you. Like, what happened?
Yeah, the puck was kind of down low in the corner, and Gio got it, passed it to me in front. I took a shot, and then just got a cross check right in the side and the ribs.
Yeah.
Kind of went down, lost my breath, and struggling there for a sec. So
well, you were because you come off the ice, and Steve Moulton, who was up in the press box, goes, "Hey, is Ruffin okay?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, no, he's back on. He's back. Oh wait, no, here he comes. He's coming on the bench." And then you make a beeline for this trash can. And guys, if anybody's eating, I am so sorry, but this is really part of the story here, okay? And I look over, and next thing you know, you're just bent over, and you were 5 pounds lighter.
Yeah, I got nauseous skating back to the bench there. I was like, I don't feel good at all.
Yeah.
And I stood there for a second. I was like, I'm going to puke. I need a trash can. So I beelined it down the bench and made my way back there. But yeah,
Now, but the thing is you also had to go get checked out. Like they took you out of the VBC for a while, right?
Yeah, they just wanted to make sure like my kidneys and spleen and everything inside or internally was okay. And,
yeah.
But yeah, everything was good. So I was hoping to get back and get dressed again and hopefully get back out there.
Oh, when you came back out, I was going, is this man serious? And then you came back out in just like your shorts.
Yeah.
That's the first time we met, by the way. That's a great first time you meet story. Because I was like, so are you dead? Like, what's happening over here? And you were feeling, but look, and this is how serious it was for Sam. This is why I say this, because he's back on the ice Saturday night. No questions asked. But I watched you, and you have your hands up right beside the door. And, dude, your hand was shaking like this. Like, I mean, you were feeling it. How did you turn around and on Saturday you were good to go on the ice?
Just a little bit of ice and ibuprofen and just work through the pain
That
a little
it?
bit. Yeah.
Ibuprofen?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking. No problem at all. No, I was just curious. And then and Robbie's over here. And again, I'm glad you answered the question about how you transitioned to the left wing side, because as researching again, I look at your stats from Calgary. You've got like 1 goal, 2 goals. And the next thing you know, you've scored more goals this season that you did in your entire career at Calgary. What side is more fun to you? Like, I know wing is a little bit more action, but what's the difference between the two positions? Because not many people make that transition where you are right now.
I like left wing forward a lot more.
Yeah.
I feel like you're more involved. There's times on D. You feel like sometimes you're standing there on the blue line or
like palms.
Yeah,
just standing there like palms.
Doing it. Yeah, I've been doing it so long that it's more natural to me. And yeah, I don't think D's my favorite position I've played, but yeah, we make it work.
Well, and I didn't introduce you properly, because if you watch on Flow Hockey, I a lot of times call you as like one half of one of the best scoring tandems in the SPHL in fish and chips. Because you and Connor Fries, and I was just, have you ever had fish and chips?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. I don't think we call it fish and chips.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
It's really chicken fingers and fries. That's
right,
really all it is.
Yeah.
But I just say fish and chips because you would score, and then Connor would score, and then you would score. And with the scoring and everything, and with the name, does everybody call you Fish? Because I need to know about yours. Does everybody call you Fish, or is there anything else that everybody calls you?
Nah, fish or fishy. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I like fishy.
Yeah.
Why do they call you Ruffer? Why?
I've had so many. I've had Rough Dog, Ruffy, Scruff, Ruffle Bag.
Oh, now I need to write these down. Ruffle bag?
Yeah, you know, like the chips.
Yes, like Ruffles.
Yeah.
I like Ruffles makes a lot more sense than Ruffle Bag. But.
Yeah, I mean.
No, so the reason I bring it up is because I could say former teammate, he's your current teammate now, is I'm over here talking to Ryder, and I was like, so tell me about Sam. And he goes, it's so weird to call him Sam. It's like, well, what do you call him then? He goes, oh, we call him Ruffer. And I'm like, I'm sorry, dude, what? Why? Like it's not like your name is long.
No, yeah. I mean, just guys, different places come up with different names, and just kind of sticks with it. So,
So and one thing that we did talk to him about is, for a lot of people that don't know, you and Ryder were teammates at Adrian College.
Yep.
And for those of you guys that don't know this, this man has a national championship ring hidden somewhere. Where's it at? Where's it saved?
It's at Grandma's in Indiana right now.
Wait, it's at Grandma's? Like it's got it like in a dresser drawer? Like where?
Yeah, it's just in one of the rooms. Like we got a little trophy case with all the stuff that came kind of from the tournament. So
okay, so now we heard his side of it. And again, he plays D. No offense to your former position, but he plays D.
Yeah.
And what was it like going through that tournament and winning a national championship? Because I mean, we talk about it a lot with football, but a hockey national championship, like that's tough.
Yeah, that team we had that year was very special. Probably one of the best D3 college hockey teams that's been around. We lost the first game in OT to Utica, and then after that, we didn't lose a game the rest of the year. So yeah, I mean, it was a special team. It was cool. It was in Lake Placid. It was where the 1980 Olympics were.
Wait, so you won the national championship at the same arena that they won the Miracle on Ice.
Yeah.
How did Ryder not mention that?
Yeah.
How does Ryder? I mean, how do you not mention the fact that you were literally at the Miracle on Ice arena and you won a national championship?
Yeah, that's crazy, but
He's the most casual guy ever. He's just, that's not a big
Dude,
deal. Yeah.
seriously, who is more chill between him and Jack? I need to know
Oh,
because
TR by
Yeah.
100
seriously,
miles. Yeah, it's not
Okay.
even close.
because like Yannick, it was probably like, what was it, John? Like maybe one of our first 2 episodes we had Jack Yannick on. By the way, the whole place was packed for Yannick. I mean, seriously, like the ladies. I mean, come on. I don't know why this is, and nothing against the ladies that are here tonight. I'm not trying to say anything about these two, but I mean, literally, this joint was packed, and Jack's like, "Yeah, I'd rather have some wine than do anything."
sounds like Jack.
See that voice too. So yeah. So who's more chill? So TR is a lot more chill.
Oh yeah.
TR is
Yeah.
the man. Yeah.
Like, okay, so room wise, because we know a lot of you guys are roommates. You 2 roommates? Like, how is this?
I'm with Reg, Finney, and Caber.
Okay.
I'm with Dom and Gio and
Oh.
Dom's wife, Grace.
Yeah. So, and for a lot of people also, I just learned this. How does she handle you guys? And I say that because I just learned last week. She works at the daycare that my daughter goes to. So she's there dealing with kids, and then she has you guys when she gets home. How does that work?
You'd have to ask her, but I don't know. I think we're all pretty easy to hang out with and live with, but maybe a few nights where we get a little wild, but
No, I mean, I learned about the Froyo night last week with Fries. He was talking about how him and his group always go for like, I don't know if it's like Tuesday or Wednesday night, Froyo night, whatever it is. It's his splurge of the weekend on there. Now, I ask you that because on the questions that we've been asked for this on the WZZN TV chat, which you guys can hop in and ask those questions as well, because we've also had a few that's already been submitted here. A lot of this has to do with the pregame, postgame meal, that sort of thing is one of those. So I asked Coach Stefan about this. For you guys, like we see some of the post-game meals because they happen right there in that area where you blew chunks. But pregame wise, what is it for you guys?
I'm usually some type of pasta than chicken. Usually chicken parm is kind of what I want to go with. So.
yeah, usually pasta and cook up some sausage or chicken or something. And then if we're on the road, usually just grab Chipotle or something else that's close near the hotel.
All right, so we have somebody that is named Preds fan that has just hopped on the YouTube chat and answered there on WZZN. And the questions for you, Ruffer, sounds so weird saying that. What is it like to come to the team in the middle of the season? Is there a secret to how you guys have come in and just kind of clicked?
I mean, there's no secret to it. The guys have been super welcoming. Fans have been super welcoming. Coaches, I mean, the culture here is something that kind of reminds me at school when we won. So yeah, it's nice to step into a group like this that has great players as well as great people. So it's been super fun.
All right, so the other question is Purdue or Indiana?
My mom went to IU, so probably IU.
Okay. All right. So he's going to go IU. Now, next question comes from somebody here at the Iceplex. In fact, Chad and his little man sitting right over there, munching on the chicken fingers. Is it chicken fingers and fries? It's fish and chips. See, there we go. See, it's already spreading. Okay, fish and chips. With you being on the team for the past few years, obviously, a lot of teammates have come and gone and became your teammate and your coach at some point in time.
Yeah.
But with that, how is it with you being here and seeing all the changeover and trying to maintain that chemistry like what we were talking about with him? Whereas in the NHL, these guys are together 6 and 7 seasons sometimes. Like, how is it for you who's been here for those periods of time?
Yeah, I think it helps when you have other guys who come back too. I mean, Dom and Reg have been here the same amount of time as me. Killer was here for a long time. Then you have different people come back. You know, Palmer's now in his 3rd year. So as long as you have a good returning group, usually the culture that, you know, the guys that played before us really built here, we're just trying to sustain it and keep it growing and keep it stable. But you know, when you have a group that comes back year after year and that cares about each other and cares about the team, it's pretty easy to keep it going.
So during the game on Saturday, when you guys were up by like 17 goals, there really wasn't much to talk about during the game. So Coach Titilio is up in the press box with Steve, and we started asking him about like books or reading material or anything like that he gives, gave his players, and obviously like you guys and all that. And he started mentioning like something that they have put together that is like the Huntsville Havoc way. Is this legit? Like, is this a real book that you guys have seen? And you can tell me more than anybody because you've been here for a couple seasons.
We can't confirm or deny that.
Dude, no, that's not.
We don't know that.
No. That doesn't help me.
We'll go read a tell-all book when we're all done here, but can't. At this point, can't confirm it.
But see, I asked, and when he goes, yeah, if there is such a book, you can't take it out of the locker room. I was like, there's not like an audible copy. Like, we can't just listen to one of you guys like read this to us. Yeah, see, now this is before the show. I joked with them and I said, yeah, there's going to be a point in time where I may ask you guys a question and you guys are going to look at me like, yeah, don't ask me that question. This is that moment.
No,
this is that moment.
Can't confirm it or can't deny it. Let's keep the intrigue going here.
Okay. No, I'm curious. Now, speaking of curiosity, one of the questions that I was wondering about is, Adrian College, what was your mascot?
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs. That's normal. Calgary.
Yeah.
What is y'all's mascot?
It was like a dinosaur.
It is. It's the Dinos.
Rex,
it's the University of Calgary Dinos.
Yeah, Rexy.
Is there a story behind the Dinos?
You're asking the wrong guy.
No, I'm asking the right guy. You wore the uniform.
That doesn't mean I know the origin of how the mascot came to be and how it got to be named. And
okay, so here we go. So Kelsey wants to know. He goes, it's actually, she just says, no question. I just want to say that we love watching our Uncle Roro.
Yeah.
Gonna ask you about that. And it says, love Scotty and Lenny.
Yeah.
So who's Scotty and Lenny?
Those are my two nieces there. So I'm actually supposed to give them a little shout out. So Scotty, if you're watching this, run around the house and make Kelsey run after you a few times here. The rule was she wasn't supposed to write anything. But so now I'm hoping Scotty stays up late and gets into some snacks and has a big sugar rush. So Scotty, you have Uncle's permission to run around and cause some havoc.
Younger or older sister?
Older, way older.
Yeah. Dang, way older. Did you say you emphasize that?
Yeah.
Way older.
Yeah.
Well, since she asked the question, is there any story that you can share about older sister that, I just talked to Coach Stefan about the pony. I mean, I just didn't know if you have anything.
I got nothing.
Oh, no. Dude, I swear to heaven. You're like a lockbox over there.
Yeah, well.
All right.
Closed book.
You are. And let's see. So as we're looking through, making sure, okay. The only thing as far as social media that I can find, nothing on you, but are you a Dolphins fan?
Yeah.
How does that Calgary, way up here, but how did that happen?
I didn't have a football team that I cheered for until school.
Yeah.
And there's a few of us that didn't have one. Few of the guys that played with in university, they were cheering for the Dolphins. Me and my buddy left up to fate. So we put all the teams in a spin the wheel. And it came out as the Dolphins. We've been fins up ever since. So
wait, you literally left the lifelong fandom up to a drawing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's how I make most of my major decisions, actually.
Okay, now here we go. This is the path now. Okay, so what major decisions else have you left up to putting everything into a hat?
Well, it's not the hat; it's the wheel.
It's a wheel.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's scientific algorithm, and everything.
Understandable.
So, yeah.
No.
I don't know where we go and eat. What should we do that night? Should we go back and play hockey for another year? Yes or no? Sometimes you got to do a best of 7 on that one.
No, that one doesn't count. I didn't really get a good spin on that one. That one really didn't count.
Yeah, just I don't know. It's a fun way of making a decision if guys are indecisive.
Did you put all 32 teams on the wheel, or was it just like 7?
No, I'm pretty sure it was all the teams.
All 32 on there. If it hadn't have been up to the wheel, what was the other team that you may have been looking at?
Oh,
if you would have thought to yourself, because look, if you go to his X feed, which you really don't post that much, but if you go to his X feed, I mean, it's Dolphin stuff, and I'm just going, how does that happen on there? So
I don't even know the last time I used that.
No, it's been a minute.
Yeah,
it's definitely been a minute.
Yeah, obviously the Dolphins weren't very good this year, but
no, does that mean that are you Colts just because of Indiana or?
Yeah, they suck though.
Yes,
so,
they do.
From being in Michigan for 4 years, I was kind of rooting for the Lions, but blew that one.
So you're from Indiana. I mean, obviously you're from Canada. I found out how many of the players were actually from Michigan a few weeks ago, right before the Lions' first postseason game, the first playoff game. and it just happened to be the same night as the hole. And so I was not, I never want the guys to know what the score was because we were keeping up with it. But did they know what the score was on the game before the VBC decided to put the game up on the Jumbotron?
I don't think anyone did. No. I was heartbroken when they did that.
I mean, seriously. Like it really, because I was sitting there and I was excited. I'm going, all right, we're going to ask these guys these questions. We're at this. And then they showed the score, and I went, oh, crap, we've got 4 minutes left. This is only a one-score game. This is either going to screw us up or it's about to lead to some pissed-off players. One of the two. I didn't know what it was on there. Were you guys involved in the party nights as far as like the Lions watch parties and stuff that these guys were talking about? That's a no. I can already tell by your face. Neither one of y'all got invited to it? Okay. Now, question that Zach has is, the pecking order, like with you, is the pecking order of the next captain, because I don't know if you guys know this or not. Your team captain has kind of been suspended. So it was. How does that go with dropping down the order to the A's? Like who's first, who's next? How's that work? Is there?
I don't think there really is a
pecking
order. No. No, not at all. Everyone tries to lead in their own way, and there's no real pecking order.
Was Reggie really getting annoyed the fact that nobody would fight him until like the other day?
Probably a little bit, yeah. I mean, he likes doing it, so.
I don't know if you guys know, he's good at doing it. Like, it kind of works sometimes. I mean, it was the other night, like, he gets into the fight, jersey off the back and that and this, and I'm just thinking to myself, okay, like, this is what he actually wanted. Like, I almost felt like when he skated backwards, how big was the smile on his face? It's like, finally, somebody was ready to go. Like, I've been trying for so long. Is he really always like that? Like, he's just ready to go?
Reggie's just a ball of energy. He's the best, probably pound for pound toughest guy I've ever played with. He's got our backs. There isn't anything he won't do for us. So we love having Reggie around and big part of our team.
All right, question that's coming in right now from the Huntsville Havoc fan cave from Sarah. We know that a lot of the players, she said she saw a lot of the guys at AEW on Wednesday. Did either one of you guys get to go?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'll see now. Here we go. All right, well, we're done, guys. We're about to talk wrestling. All right, so AEW, a ton of you guys were there. Sam, were you able to make it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you guys were there. Y'all right down there. What did y'all think? Be honest. Look, it's not going to hurt any of our feelings if you say with some of the things that some people were thinking while they were sitting there, okay?
I don't know. I mean, it's just you're there to have a night out, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool seeing a few of the guys, Edge and stuff. And, Moxley, but it's more about just getting everyone together and kind of having a fun night out and loosening up a bit and having a couple drinks.
So he was all in. You're on the other hand, you're like, yeah, I guess I was kind of there. So
I mean, it was my first time at one of those events. No, it was a cool experience. I think all the walkout stuff is electric. So I mean,
so you didn't know what to do when we call him Edge, even though he's now going by Cope. You didn't know how exciting it was when Edge's music hit.
No. I honestly don't know who he is, but
it's okay.
I got to meet Edge after.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So wait, hold on. Wait,
he's
Edge,
a Leaf fan, eh? So we bonded there.
Well, I was about to say he's Canadian.
Yeah.
So I mean, like you guys can talk about that. So what all did you guys talk about?
The Leafs for a lot of it, and then if he ever wanted to go back to WWE or when he might be done or whatever, but
like next week.
We'll keep it confidential though.
God bless it. No, this confidential stuff.
Mostly just with the Leafs and
I swear to Heavenly Father, the man keeps wanting to keep everything confidential. This is not good for a show where we're talking to people. So what do you think about this? It's confidential. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't mention that.
There's a lot of stuff we can't talk about,
Yeah, I know, but so Calgary, you said you talked about the Leafs. Are you a Calgary or a Toronto fan? Which
I'm
one?
a Leaf fan.
Okay, so how does that work? I mean, obviously,
I went to school in Calgary.
Okay,
I'm from Kenora, Ontario, originally.
That doesn't mean anything to me. I'm from Alabama, man. I don't know this stuff.
It's Canada, just a place in Canada. I know you think you're all from Toronto or whatever, but
my stepmother is from Toronto, so that's the reason why I was like, that's all I know, man. I just kind of do on it. So so where is that in connection to Toronto?
We're about 23 hours away from Toronto.
That's not close. That's not close at all.
I know. I played junior hockey in Okotoks, Alberta, which is about 20 minutes south of Calgary, and then went to school in Calgary afterwards. And I love Calgary, Alberta. Great city.
Well, and now you is and with Ruffer here is still sounds weird.
Call him Ruffles. Let's see how that sounds.
Ruffles. So Ruffle Dog. as we're going. How many games have you ever played in Canada? Like, is there a number? Is there anything like that? Can you think of that?
I mean, probably around 10 to 20. I can't put a specific number.
Reason I ask is because your freshman year, you played in Alaska. I know, again, they may be 24 hours away from each other. This is close by Toronto. But what is the difference in playing in Alaska compared to playing in Canada? Like, is there a difference at all?
No, there's no difference, really. I mean, that was for college. So, I mean, we played teams in the U.S. instead of Canadian colleges. But, no, I think it's all relatively the same stuff. So
you guys live in igloos up there in Alaska, too, right? Yeah.
It's cold.
That's what everyone thinks that we do in Canada. So, yeah.
Cold.
Yeah. Is that confidential? Do I?
Probably. I don't know. What's your next question? Let's find out.
Is igloos? Is that take the place of the dorms? Like, is it an igloo? Was it 24 hours of darkness or anything there? Is it 24 hours of light?
Yeah, in the winter where I was, it would get light at like 11 and stay light until like 2. And then in the summers, I've actually played juniors there too, and my billets were telling me stories where they'd be out mowing the lawn at 2 a.m. because it's light out. So
okay. Now I've got a couple of music questions that are starting to come in for you guys. Okay, remember, WZZ and TV, doesn't matter where you're watching, you get them on into the chat. We're going to go ahead and continue asking these questions as they come in. If you guys had individual walk-up songs, like we're talking like baseball, like going all out, what would your walk-up song be? There's a second part to this question that I'm throwing in, but I just wanted the walk-up song first.
You go first.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, Ruffles. See, done something right either.
Is it for like you're coming up to bat or something?
No, we're talking about
get the crowd going a little bit.
VCR has just played. The flame is done. They're about to start introducing you guys through the gigantic wolf face. I don't even know what to call it, but it's just the inflatable wolf head. And you're skating out. You have a song. What is it?
Animals by Nickelback.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, you're gonna say something like that.
See, now we're talking.
Or Burn It to the Ground. One of the two. How long do I have to make the entrance? Like, timing's everything on those songs. So.
Well, I mean, again, we talk professional wrestling. You don't have a minute and a half for your part to hit. Like, we can edit the song. Like, we can do it.
I don't know. Mine, I like the artist Juice WRLD. He actually passed away in 2018. So probably one of his songs. I can't put a specific song out there. They're all pretty good. But, yeah.
Okay, so
something
now,
with them.
did you guys, or have you, since you guys have, the game is wrapped up Saturday night, did you happen to see Chaos's little dance-off that happened between all of the mascots? First off, and this, you're going to know how great this thing was. Chaos's dance-off as compared to whatever in heaven's name happened in Birmingham. Which one was better on that? Okay, us? Okay, making sure. Don't trust me. Y'all didn't want to see what happened in Birmingham. You're lucky you're in the locker room. But each player or each mascot had a song that they danced to. So, not skating out, but if you guys had a song you danced to, I mean, if we're going just straight,
right here, this is it.
Oh, bull crap. No,
This is what you would do?
Get the hips moving.
No, God. No.
This sound that came out way too quickly, didn't it?
It's not like you want to say this song off the bat.
It did. It was like, man, when Coach was playing that song a second ago.
I hate this song. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
a little catchy.
I've never seen that movie. I've got it saved on my phone right now.
Don't tell anyone.
You're live on air.
No, nobody knows about this. Yeah, this is what happens whenever he gets the first star. Instead of me asking him questions on the ice, we're totally just going to play this music. All right, so for real, what would it be if you're out there with Chaos? And I'm telling you, this thing was supposed to be for kids. It didn't finish being for kids. Like it got adult quick.
I don't know. What are some good dance songs?
Creed's a good bet. Yeah.
You were on Team Nickelback, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
See, I knew it. Yeah. The moment I thought about this, you were on Team Nickelback for the skills competition.
Yeah. But, we want to, get them together and have, a joint concert. We call it Nickel Creed. Me and Dom and Robo have put a lot of thought into this, but we're not sure how we're going to execute it just yet. But we think they get so much undeserved hate, and it's
I
good
agree.
to see Nickelback finally kind of getting the resurgence they deserve.
Oh no, trust me, I agree, and it has nothing to do with the fact that Chad Kroger was married to Avril Lavigne. It has nothing to do with that because that was also a fantasy. By the way, do either of you know who Avril Lavigne is?
Yeah,
I've heard. Yeah.
He has no idea. Has no clue who.
Canadian royalty.
Did you say you had no clue who Avril Lavigne was? No, not Adam Levine. That's Maroon 5, man. Avril. He has no clue who Avril Lavigne is. And I was like, dude, you literally just totally killed half my childhood right there. So if Nickelback and Creed had a concert, where would you guys want this thing to be? Because this thing would be too big for the VBC.
Yeah, like we haven't ironed out all the details yet, but I'm probably thinking like 100,000 seat stadium.
The Big House in Michigan.
Yeah,
There
that'd
you
be a good one.
Oh, that place would sell out. It
Yeah.
absolutely would. So with the Michigan thing,
Or they come to Alberta and play at the Calgary Stampede. That would be incredible. Yeah.
So for people that don't know about the Calgary Stampede, explain what that is.
It's like a 10-day party.
So like it's like
incredible.
Bonnaroo but better.
I don't know. It's just like, they have everything from horse racing to just concerts every night and all day. It's like real Western, but it's mostly just a party.
Well, no, and now I want to know because again, when we have it, we think of like Texas has like that huge rodeo that they do, and Bonnaroo it's Bonnaroo. But at the other time, it's the Calgary Stampede. That actually sounds like awesome.
That's great. Yeah. It's so much fun. I haven't been in a couple of years now, but when I was in school, we'd all get little packages to every concert at Cowboys tent. Yeah, some good nights there.
So M. Corley on YouTube says that the Havoc dance-off on Saturday night was 100% better than whatever happened in Birmingham. She says she was scarred for life after what happened in Birmingham. Guys, don't go back and watch this. Seriously, it's the weirdest thing you've ever seen. Matthew says the dance-off at the school days is what needs to happen. That now that somebody here likes Pony, dance-off kind of needs to happen. Is what they're saying. They says, but yeah, the Birmingham mascot thing was the weirdest thing ever. So if we could add a skill competition, because the school days thing is going to be coming up, what skill competition do we need to add?
Hockey related or
period? I mean, dude, guys, y'all did dodgeball.
Yeah, that was
I mean, seriously, y'all did dodgeball.
What do they usually do in the NHL that we didn't do? I know they do.
Well,
Like
they did
passing
But it
more,
could be
like-
anything. Like
Yeah, it could be anything. I mean, again, you could be like fish and you could try to swing at a puck and try to see if you could hit it that way. Not fish, fries. Sorry, I got the wrong side of fish and chips.
I don't know, a 3-on-3 tournament or something. would be
See?
fun. I don't know.
So if we did like a 3-on-3 tournament, kind of like the NHL does, where it's all broken down this way, what would be the prize? Because again, with the NHL, I don't think the Jeffrey's going to put up $1 million, but I just think that they have like $1 million on the line. What could be a great prize for a 3-on-3 competition between all you guys?
Loser buys drinks at the bars. I don't know. Something.
I'm seeing what his answer is going to be. You like that answer? Is that a good
No,
answer?
I think that's actually a
All
pretty
right.
good
So
answer.
now we have changed this. So we are making it official that we would like to have a 3-on-3 competition at some point in time that may or may not lead to a really fun event and a really fun night. So we're just going to do that. Okay. All right. Well, guys, that pretty much does it. I mean, you guys have answered it. Oh, never mind. Hold on.
Planned.
No, this is not planned. I will even show you guys. This question came in at 6:57. It is 6:58 right now. I have a feeling I'm not going to get an answer on this, but I'm at least going to ask the question. Well, first off, before that, because we're going to give you a second to think about this one. This make it a little bit more nervous. But Devin wants to know from Rufflebag, Ruffled Dog, whatever we're calling you now. How much are you enjoying Huntsville since you came here? Because I mean, dude, one point in time, nothing is you're not here. And the next thing you know, I mean, I still don't think you've lost a face-off since you got here. Like it seriously is one of those things. So how are you enjoying the city?
It's awesome. Huntsville's a great city. They get the best fans in the league. I look forward to stepping out there on that ice every night to try to put on a show for everyone.
Are you only saying that because there's more fans right now in Zambrewskies than some of the teams have at their games?
No, but
just asking.
No, yeah, everyone's been super welcoming, and it's been a great time, and I'm looking forward to what else has to come. So,
and for real, how did you get so good at face-offs? Because again, going back to that profile that I told you about at Adrian, literally going into, I want to say the 2020, 2021 season, the thing at the very end says, very good at face-offs. Dude, you don't lose.
I just grew up doing it, kind of perfected my craft over the years. And I mean, I don't think I'm that great as everyone thinks, Adam. I'm got to keep working on it every day, like you do with anything else. But I appreciate the compliments.
I'm just being straight because it was like, all right, face off now happening and on their defensive dot. Oh, Ruffin's doing it. We're going to win. I mean, that's kind of how we would start doing it on the air. All right, Gina has the final question before we let you guys go. And I know I'm not going to get an answer, but I'm still going to ask the question. Gina wants to know, who is your favorite other player on the team?
I don't know. I've got a lot. I played with a few guys before coming
You
here.
can't say Ryder because he's your teammate. You'll have rings and all that
Well,
stuff. You can't say that.
Probably Fish. I mean,
He's sitting here. You don't have to.
Hey, don't tell him who to pick. If that's who he wants to go with, then
no, Fish is a funny guy. He's good to be around and always brightens the mood for sure.
When he talks and doesn't say things are confidential. Yeah. Is this confidential too?
well, normally I wouldn't say it, but I'd probably go with Ruff too.
Okay, come on.
Uh-huh.
I mean, seriously.
We planned this.
Bless it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you don't think we rehearsed this?
Yeah, I felt like this was planned. Yeah, by you guys. That's who planned this thing, as we are now going to be wrapping this thing up from Zambrewskies. Make sure that you make your way back out here. We'll be back here Tuesday night. These guys will be coming off of a 3-game road trip where they are going to be heading to Roanoke, and then they're going to be going to Fayetteville. Don't forget that Roanoke game you can watch on WAFF 48.3. And is there anything you guys are looking forward to when it comes to going back to Knoxville on the 14th? Anything?
Giving it to him again.
See, I like that answer. Don't you give that look. You had 5 minutes for fighting. I already know, man. Like, you can't even.
He gave a good answer.
He did give a good answer. All right. We got some fans that want to take some pictures with these guys. Well, John and I will be back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Thank you, guys. Seriously, I appreciate it. Can you please grow the beard back?
Yeah,
Okay,
Can't confirm or deny.
No, stop it. We'll see y'all next Tuesday.
All right.